very big project that took quite a while to film. So I'm very, very excited to let you guys finally see this video in tonight's Magic Monday. And that is that I am going to be reading some facts about magic. And in the background, to accompany me, I am going to be sorting through all my decks of playing cards. As you can see, they are a bit of a mess right now. I have had a few videos in which my card collection looks a lot more neat. If you want to check out my deck collection, you can see the link on the screen or in the description. But it's been a while since I've sorted them, and I've been grabbing them in and out for videos a lot lately that they're a bit of a mess. So as well as reading some facts, tonight I'm going to be sorting through all these cards in the background. And I've also got these Minecraft cards to somehow fit into the box, but we'll work on that. But if you guys do enjoy this, before I continue on anymore, if you would like to listen to the version where it's just the card sorting, so no whispering, no facts. If you would like to see just the card sorting video only, then be sure to check the link in the description, or the bonus Magic Monday that also went out this week on my channel. So double upload tonight, one with facts and whispering, and one just card sorting. So check that out in the description if you want to see just that. But without further ado, if you do enjoy this, be sure to drop a like. If you're not already, then please do subscribe. But let's stop rambling. Let's get into the facts. Now I do have a whole bunch of tabs open on my laptop to read out some of these facts. I've got some facts about magic, about playing cards, about magicians, a whole bunch of facts. So hopefully they're all good. Let's pray for no unlawful facts. I don't know what you'd call it. If any of these facts, quick disclaimer, if they are not actual facts, I apologize. All my sources will be in the description, but I cannot guarantee they'll all be real facts. But let's just stop rambling and get on to the facts. So to begin with, I have this article that is 14 facts you need to know about magic. So let's just begin with these. The term magic comes from Greek. The term's etymology is ancient. Magic derives from magia, which is a Greek word. The first people to perform magic acts were Persian priests, called magos in Persian and magoi in Greek. Magic is not occult. So although magicians were associated with the devil and the occult for centuries, this is not the case. The tricks magicians perform are based on illusion. However, some magicians in the past capitalized on the idea of occult in their advertisements, a practice which has been exposed as charlatanism. Never heard of that, so. Magic became respectable in the 18th century. Until then, magic was a form of entertainment at fairs, where itinerant performers used to entertain the public with tricks such as juggling and sword swallowing. In the early 18th century, magic became respectable practice and began to be performed by rich private patrons. The specific magician look is not a random thing. The performer who created the specific magician appearance was Alexander Herman, known as Herman the Great, a French magician. After him, people would always expect to see magicians with a top hat, goatee, and tailcoat. That's funny. I've actually heard of Herman the Great, and it's quite funny to see that he was the one that actually organisation is the International Brotherhood of Magicians, which published a monthly journal called The Linking Ring. The oldest organisation is the Society of American Magicians, and Houdini was its president for several years. That's pretty cool. For a long time, magicians refused to reveal the methods behind their tricks to the audience, and it was hard for beginners to enter their profession and find relevant information. The first publication about magic tricks is Reginald Scott's Discovery of Witchcraft from 1584, and just a few books on the topic have been published ever since. At this day and age, people who want to find out how a trick is performed can research it online or read magic books. Yeah, it is a lot easier to learn magicians' secrets nowadays on the internet, but hey ho, it's inevitable at the moment. But magic has been used to evangelize. Saint Don Bosco, an Italian priest declared saint by the Catholics, used magic tricks in the 19th century to determine children to come back to school, get help, and attend church. This type of magic is called gospel magic. What? That's crazy. So he used quote-unquote gospel magic to try and determine children to come back to school and go to church. That is quite mad to believe. Online magic actually exists. Whatever can be taken to online media will eventually make its appearance on the internet. There are online magic tricks designed to function on a computer screen without any need of a magician. Typical online magic tricks use magical illusions and traditional card tricks. At one time, an online magic trick became viral on the internet. It was called Esmeralda's Crystal Ball, and many people believed their computer had supernatural powers. It was all revealed when a special page was dedicated to debunking the trick. The richest magician in the world is David Copperfield, with a net worth of $800 million. Wow. Wow. The term magician is becoming old-fashioned, since magic refers to something supernatural. Some modern artists prefer the term illusionist, since they admit their performances are skillful deceptions only. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of somewhat agree with that. A lot of people prefer to go with like illusionist or like stage illusionist and things like that. But I still do hear magic and magician from time to time. So, pulling a rabbit from a hat is not a classical trick. This trick was created by a British magician to capitalize on the public's interest in a woman who claimed she had given birth to a litter of rabbits. Until then, pulling a rabbit from a hat had never been part of a magician's performance. What? That is crazy. I really want to know more about that. Fact number 12. A lot of books about magic are written every year. Evidence shows that more books are written about magic than other performing art. Such books don't usually appear in public bookstores, and instead are sold in specialized stores dedicated to magical performers. Sorry, there was a lot of misspelled words, and that was quite tough to read. Oh wow, this next fact looks quite fun. So where do Hocus Pocus and Abracadabra actually come from? Well, the magician words Hocus Pocus are taken from the name of a sorcerer in the Norse mythology called Hocus Pocus, or Hocus Pocus it might be. On the other hand, Abracadabra comes from an inscription that people used to wear inside their amulets during the Black Plague to protect them from the disease. Wow, that's pretty cool. And the last fact in this article is Houdini died on Halloween. 1896 when Harry Houdini, the famous magician and escapist, had a mysterious death. He was giving a lecture to a group of students when someone in the audience punched him in the abdomen to check if Houdini's claim of withstanding any blow delivered to his abdomen was true. The magician died days later of peritonitis, but rumors, however, said that the blows of the punch were the cause of the death. Wow. Well, talk about, like, coincidental. I don't know, maybe, did he have that coming for him? I don't know. So the next sort of subsection is 10 interesting facts about playing cards. And I thought that was quite fitting for the video, as we're sorting through some playing cards. So we'll just go through these as they're all quite short. So playing cards were originated from China around the 12th century, which is where paper was invented. Fact number 2. The two colours, black and red, represent night and day. 3. The 4 suits are representations of the 4 seasons. Fact number 4. The 13 cards per suit are to represent the lunar months in a year. I think I knew that one. Number 5. The 12 court cards, so 3 per suit, are used to represent the calendar months of the year. Number 6. Oh, this one's very cool, by the way. So if you assume that ace is worth 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, all the way through to being 11 being a jack, 12 being a queen, and 13 being a king, if you sum up all the values, you'll get a total of 364. And this happens to be the number of days in a lunar year, which is 13 months, each comprising of 28 days. And if you add a joker, that gives 365, being the number of days in a year, and another joker, the guarantee joker, for a leap year. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Fact number 7. The French used to tax the ace of spades, so a lot of space was given for this card so that it could be stamped to show the tax was paid. What? Nowadays, card manufacturers stamp their own logos instead. Yeah, that is really weird. The King of Hearts represents King Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor, born around 742. And is the only king in the deck without a mustache. Wow, that's pretty cool. The King of Clubs represents Alexander the Great. King of Diamonds represents Julius Caesar, and the King of Spades is King David of Israel. The Queen of Spades represents Athena, the Greek goddess of war. The Jack of Clubs, represents Sir Lancelot. Yeah, I've heard that before. I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere. I can't remember where, but... Right, the next article is magic facts. So these are all, like, relatively quick facts, but it might be something that we've read it before, so I'll try and skip by ones we've not done, but... The earliest magicians were considered sorcerers, and they were actually believed to have supernatural powers. I guess you'd kind of expect that, considering they were the first magicians. These sorcerers were supposed to be able to change the weather, prevent disease and illness, heal the sick, gain favor with the gods, and help win wars. Oh boy, how times have changed. Now it's, do you want to see a card trick? When Christianity became the dominant religion in the 4th century, magicians were outlawed. Many were condemned to die because they were thought to be witches or devil worshippers. By the 16th century, magicians began to perform as they do today. They did card tricks, made objects disappear, and performed mind reading illusions. The magician's success lies in their ability to create an illusion that appears to be real, and to focus the audience's attention to where they want it to be at a specific instant. That is pretty much the definition of a good magician in my eyes. Like, you want to make your trick seem real, or your illusion seem real, and a lot of the time you want to try and make sure the audience's focus is where you need it to be. So if you're doing misdirection, you want to do it somewhere else. If you want them to watch something happen, you need them to be looking where you want it to happen, if that makes sense. One of the most famous illusionists was Baron Wolfgang von Kempelen. Apologies if I butchered that. In 1770, he devised an automated chess player that took on all challengers. Benjamin Franklin played against the machine in 1783 and lost. Wow, that's interesting to say the least. The next article I am going to go with is 15 facts you need to know about magic. And a lot of these actually look like ones we've already read, so I'll just try and go through ones we've not read. There is actually a federation for wizards and magicians. A lot of creatures have been known to be magical creatures, such as fairies and unicorns, yet these aren't really facts. I'd say they're just sort of statements to me. This one's interesting, and I didn't actually know that. So we've all heard of black magic, but did you know there was such a thing as white magic? I didn't know that. I have no idea what that is. Maybe I can give it a quick Google whilst we are still filming right now. So white magic. Oh, so I'm guessing, yeah, so there we go. It's meant to be like good and evil. So like black magic's meant to be like spooky, dark, evil magic. Whereas white magic has traditionally referred to the use of supernatural powers or magic for selfless purposes. So I guess that makes sense, yeah. That would make sense. Several books that you can find in bookstores on magic always come with a warning. I think that's quite cool. Sort of keeps them like magical feel about revealing magic tricks and other things like that. I like it being like warning. The tricks in here are not to be told and things like that. Right, we'll move on to the next article. Okay, wow, this next article actually has a fact that might actually contradict with the earlier fact we read. So this fact says, as you might expect, David Copperfield is the big winner, with a yearly income taking in close to $70 million per year. I can't quite remember what the other article read, but I think they don't match up. So Houdini is probably the most famous illusionist ever. He was also president of the Society of American Magicians. Yeah, we mentioned that. Oh, but here's another one. The Society of American Magicians started in 1902 and had 24 members. That's really cool. I've never even actually heard of that, which is surprising. The longest running TV magic show was Mr. Magic, or Dick Mr. Magic Williams, WMC's TV's Magic Land. The 1,200 shows aired over 23 years. Wow, 1,200 shows of magic, one magic show. That is ridiculous. I wonder how many episodes of Penn and Teller there's been. I mean, no way, 1,200. That is nuts. I love Penn and Teller though. Absolutely love them. And funnily enough, it's funny I actually say that because the next fact is about them. And it says, lots of magicians use birds, rabbits, and other animals in their acts. But 80,000 animals in one magic act. at the art itself, and I just really like Penn and Teller. Let me know in the comments if you watch Full Us or have been big fans of Penn and Teller. By the way, at this stage of the card sorting, I have just taken them all out, put them into their sort of corresponding groups, and now I'm putting them back into the box neatly. So hopefully this can be quite satisfying and relaxing, and yeah, so this next fact is quite a big one, but it says magicians are no strangers to danger. Australian Robert Gallup was what does that mean? Was like tied up by the legs, basically, handcuffed, chained, and placed in a secure mail bag, locked in a steel cage. He was dropped out of a C-123 transport plane 17,000 feet above the Mojave Desert. Traveling at 140 miles per hour, he freed himself, retrieving the parachute attached to the outside of the cage in time to land safely. And it also says, don't try this at home. Yeah, I would not advise trying that at home. That's one of the craziest acts I've ever heard. That's mental. Okay, next article is 40 interesting facts about magicians. That's quite a lot, so I think we'll just read a few of them. So, it is illegal in Queensland, Australia, to own a pet rabbit unless you can prove that you're not a magician. What? No way. That cannot be true. It says there's a source attached to it. If I click at the source, it takes me to a Courier Mail website. Magician Nick Britt jumps through hoops to secure permit for pet rabbit. Wait, what? Okay, so he must have done something to prove that he wasn't a magician. Oh, it must have been like, if you are a magician, to prove that you don't do magic, you have to prove, basically. I don't know. Anyway, fact number 2 about this article. An American magician in the 1900s acted as a Chinese man for his show and never broke character in public, even using a translator when speaking to journalists. He died on stage after a trick went wrong. His last words were, "Oh my God, something's happened. Lower the curtain." That is the eeriest fact I have ever heard. Imagine that. Wow. Okay, so we got 2 more facts, and then that is where we will round up the video, I believe. The amazing Randy, the magician who debunks supernatural claims, has stated upon his death, "I want to be cremated, and I want my ashes blown in Uri Geller's eyes." What? Okay, I'm kind of disappointed I left this article to the end because there's so many more facts here that just look so surreal, and I hope to God that they are real, because they're blowing my mind right now. So if you want to hear more of these facts, as I said, my links to my sources are in the description. But that brings us to, in fact, you know what, we'll do a couple more. China's Emperor Qin sent his magician to find the elixir of life. The magician sailed away with the sacrifice of 6,000 boys and girls, lots of wheat, and never returned. Some believe that he settled in Japan and became their first emperor. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. At the 1988 Magic Championships, a magician was disqualified because his performance was so astounding that the other magician judges thought that he must be cheating. What? He performed the same act 3 years later, letting the judges shuffle the cards, and he won. Bro, imagine being disqualified because your trick was too good. I'd love that. And the last fact of the night is going to be David Copperfield and 2 assistants were robbed at gunpoint in 2006. The renowned magician was able to employ sleight of hand to conceal his possessions when the thieves turned to him. He was quoted as calling his spontaneous illusion reverse pickpocketing. That's mad. David Copperfield is insane as well. Like, he's got to be up there with one of my favorite magicians as well. But anyway, guys, that is where this video is going to come to an end. I hope you all have enjoyed listening to the relaxing facts about magic, magicians, playing cards, all that kind of stuff tonight. And I hope you also enjoyed the card sorting in the background, or organization I should say. Again, if you want to listen to the organization of my cards, video only, so no facts, no whispering, just pure audio, then be sure to check the link in the description or just check the latest video on my channel. But other than that, thank you so much, so much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to drop a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. And that's it for me, guys. I will see you next Monday for another Magic Monday.